So what's going on? It's MassiveJoes Weekly.
Another delicious intro to MassiveJoes Weekly WORD, episode 84, Neve. Edging closer to that 100.
Oh, there it is, 84.
Keep in 100, baby.
Imagine when we get to 100, what are we going to do?
I know.
You going to buy me something?
Possibly. Imagine when we get to 100,000 YouTube subs.
What are we at now?
Right, well, like 98. 2,000 off them, mother.
Maybe if you weren't so annoying, we'd actually get a few more.
Topics of discussion. Neve.
Before I do that, look at the shit haircut.
Oh, it's on point, mate.
You need to get a cut.
Nah.
It's out of control.
It is out of control. It's funny because I was actually Josh, warehouse manager, boss Josh, and I was just having a discussion in the warehouse earlier before I shot Weekly WORD. I was on my way to take my pre-Weekly WORD piss, and I saw Josh in the warehouse because at MJHQ the toilets are like, you have to go into the warehouse to get to the toilets. Yeah. And I was saying to him, mate, because our hair is pretty much the same length.
You've copied it.
I was like, mate, we need to make a decision. We're going to have to pull the trigger on this shit at some point because this long, man. Like, I don't know if you guys appreciate this shit, but look how long this shit is, man. It's down halfway down my face. It's out of control. Anyway, I will consult the professionals, aka Robbie from Robbie's Chop Shop, on what needs to be done with the dude.
It needs to be shaved, I think.
Topics of discussion, Neve.
Back in stock, new products coming soon. Protein Selector,
Ooh.
Caffeine article, Arnold Classic Expo.
Oh.
Second piece of info.
Oh.
Australian Supplement Awards, Steve Cook and Shaun Stafford.
We have a jam-packed episode and a bunch of AskNeve as well. Let's get straight into it. First topic of discussion, Neve.
Back in stock. So we got the Caffeine Custard by Gentech back in stock, also has all flavors.
Which includes chocolate banana, cream caramel, honeycomb chocolate,
coconut cream.
Coconut cream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Core ABC, back in all flavors.
All 8 flavors, including the new apple teeny.
Yep. And Fat Loss Triangle Ultra.
Finally, the Fat Loss Triangle Ultra back in this.
Well, what's the CLA product in there?
Well, don't get it twisted because the Fat Loss Triangle Ultra used to have the Muscle Tech Platinum CLA powder.
Yep.
Month supply, but powdered version. Muscle Tech have since discontinued that Platinum CLA, so now it has Gentech CLA 90 capsules.
Back to the original. Capsules. Back to the original.
Well, we had the capsules in there before the Platinum powder came along, but the Platinum powder's so
yeah. All right.
Back to the CLA capsules. But finally back in stock, and Nevos, you would know because you process all the orders.
Yep.
Fat Loss Triangle Ultra, our top selling stack of all time.
I get hit up about it like,
of all time.
A few times a week.
It's a beautiful stack, man. Yeah. Next topic of discussion, Neve.
New products.
Yeah.
So we got the Core Pro.
Yeah.
And the Core ISO.
Yeah.
Both delicious.
Oh, aren't they?
Both getting passed around more than a we'll leave it there, but they're getting passed around a lot.
And your favorite protein flavor of all time, Core Pro,
peanut butter
ice cream. You eat that shit like it's Ben and Jerry's, mate.
I had 4 scoops last night.
Unbelievable.
100 grams of
and
protein.
my favorite isolate protein flavor of all time, peanut butter toffee in the Core ISO.
We're all big fans of peanut butter.
Amazing. Right? Next topic of discussion, Neve.
So is Zeppelin, for those wondering if Joseph does it at night time. Coming soon. The women's performance training tights.
Oh shit, you're on fire, mate.
Nah. Women's performance training tights.
Yep.
The slight up there, but
I had a Skype with our supplier about them literally just before we were shooting this video, and he reckons they're going to be here in time for the Arnold Classic.
Let's hope so.
So fingers crossed on that one.
Core Burn Ultra and Core Z's.
Boom! Next week launching. The new updated, reformulated, absolutely amazing Core Burn Ultra that we were beta testing at the end of last year.
Yeah.
And it's some epic shit, man. And Core Z is a sleep formula that we had at the Olympia last year.
And then 1UP Nutrition.
1UP is also, 1UP's actually in the warehouse right now. We've got a quarantine inspection on it.
Yeah.
Quarantine want to inspect that shit. It's the first time it's come into Australia, first time in the country, so they like to inspect it and make sure it's all 100.
Yep.
And that's happening on Monday next week, so we'll be available next week.
Hopefully Tuesday, Wednesday.
Because it's going to pass the quarantine. 1UP aren't here to fighters. They're GMP compliant. Next topic of discussion, Neve.
Protein Selector.
Oh, this is cool. This is. You know what? I think we actually need to get up out of our chairs, stomp our feet and light a match for MassiveJoes Business Development Manager, Big Jackos.
He's a lot more efficient since he moved away from me.
He's coming through with the goods on the daily. Dillip's actually on leave at the moment, so it's going to be Ray Gun.
The big ray gun.
AKA Dillip V2. Go ahead and cut in some footage of the all-new MassiveJoes Protein Selector. It's epic, man.
I just want to say, Reagan, you just got shat on your chest for the very first time by Joe.
Yeah, how does it feel, mother? Anyway, you go to MassiveJoes, you go to the store, you go to supplements, and you go Protein Selector. And it's a new filtering option where you can filter all of the proteins that we have available on MassiveJoes.com based on how many grams of protein, how many grams of carbs, how many grams of fat, and then special dietary requests. So lactose-free, gluten-free, dairy-free. It's amazing. And you can trickle down to the exact protein that suits the macros you're looking for and any special dietary requirements.
Yep.
It's great. It is a fantastic tool. Go check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Next topic of discussion, Neve.
Caffeine article.
While we're tickling Jack's balls, we may as well continue because he's come through with the goods on this one as well. Have you even read this article?
I don't want to.
I suggest that you don't.
Because I love my caffeine.
I suggest that you don't. Link is down below in the description box, and the link for the protein selector as well. A bunch of links down below in the description box. But another awesome article put together by Business Development Manager Jack on caffeine, caffeine intake, caffeine effects on different hormones, caffeine effects on sleep, how much caffeine you should be taking, what chronic use of caffeine does. It's epic.
Yeah.
Very insightful article, and it will definitely make you think twice about the amount of caffeine you consume. Unless, of course, you're Big Neve, and then you just don't read the motherfucker in the first place.
I don't care.
Next topic of discussion, Neve.
Arnold Classic Expo, second piece of giveaway.
Go for it.
Second piece of info. So what we're doing is we've got 5,000 MassiveJoes limited edition t-shirts to give away at the MassiveJoes Super Booth.
And to put it in perspective, last year, how many shirts we give away?
3,000?
It was about 2.5. 2,500, and the Arnold Classic was coated with TMJ.
Yep.
And this year we're doubling it. We're giving away 5,000 shirts over the 3 days of the Arnold Classic Expo.
Yep.
We're gonna coat Melbourne and TMJ.
It better be.
Zero will be given. So it's going to be running all Expo long, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 5,000 shirts, and in fact, we can probably tell them what the shirts, because they're limited edition. They're called the Vertigo Tees. Reagan, go ahead and up a picture of the Vertigo tees, man.
He's been shut on again.
Why?
You're getting him to do more work.
Mate, I'm just getting him to cut images up. It's really not that difficult.
I guess that's why
Anyway, you guys can see that right now, man. The Vertigo tees, limited edition, limited release, specifically for the specifically being produced for the shirt giveaway at the Arnold Classic, man. They're epic.
Yep.
Next topic of discussion, Neve.
All right, so next we got the Australian Supplement Awards. So
we're down to the last week, baby.
We've got 1 week left. So
less, actually. By the time this goes live, probably like 3 days.
28 was a leap year.
We got to the 29th of February this year. That extra day is going to make all the difference.
So you already got 2 days there. By the way, you've probably got 2 days left to vote.
Yeah, but and seriously, like, go vote. For a number of reasons. The first reason is I have been monitoring the results on the daily, and some of the top products vying for the awards in each category. It's tight, man.
Well, I did look like at the
it's tight.
I looked in the middle of the month.
Yeah.
And like some of the brands, there was like literally like not very many votes. A couple brands had a lot of votes.
Yeah.
Not very many votes in between like first, second, and third place.
Yeah, it's tight at the top. So honestly, get behind your favorite supplements, go and vote. The second reason why you should vote is because there's a trip for two, all expenses paid, return flights, hotel, all that bullshit to the Arnold Classic for 2 people. So and if you ain't in it, you ain't gonna win it.
Last year we had Big Andrew Ross come.
Yeah. And the third reason why you should vote is at the end of the voting process, there's a special gift.
What is it?
I'm not telling you. Go vote, find out. Shit, 3 minutes it takes. Average time on site, 3 minutes and 4 seconds.
Do you remember last week after you beat or whoever it was? It was either Dilly or Reagan.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of the two.
Yeah.
Do you know how many people
Really shitting on the media team.
No, do you know how many of them, like, people inbox me?
Yeah.
What did you say at the end of Weekly Word? What's the prize?
Yeah.
Vote and you
go vote and find out, you lazy
time it took you to look for my name in Facebook Messenger.
Yeah, you could have voted.
Literally, it would take you 45
and found out yourself.
It would take you 45 seconds.
Next topic of discussion, Neve.
All right, Steve Cook and Shaun Stafford appearance.
Oh, shit, yeah.
So, Sunday, the 13th of March.
Yeah, baby.
Which is the day before my birthday.
Yep.
The day before the Queen's public holiday.
It is.
For some reason, we're
Queen's birthday public holiday.
Governed by the Queen or something.
Yeah, some bullshit like that.
Anyway, so yeah, Steve Cook, Shaun Stafford coming to MassiveJoes Norwood.
MassiveJoes Norwood. We're not going to go through too many of the details now. All you need to know is 4:30 p.m. the VIP seminar starts. 5:30 p.m. the open to the public meet and greet and signing and Snapchatting and vlogging with Steve Cook and Shaun Stafford begins. Link is in the description box, and we will drop another video giving you the full details on the Steve Cook and Shaun Stafford appearance. Lock it down. March 13, MassiveJoes Norwood. Next topic of discussion.
AskNeve.
Let's go, baby. Got some of the best here today.
I just want to show you, like, because I put my hand up before.
Yeah.
Can you see the bruising on my arm?
Mate, everyone's seen the bruising.
Look at it.
So raw vlog, Snapchat.
Look at that.
Everyone, I'm surprised you can get your arm up that high, man.
Well, I see. That's why I'm on like an angle, like eating tower of pizza.
Yeah. Scott Clark wants to know, hey guys, are you planning on doing anything special after hitting 100,000 subs? I just went through that shit. Are we planning on doing anything special? We'll do something, man. We'll definitely come up with something.
We might do something, but what can you really do apart from?
We'll do some cool shit, man. Don't you worry about it.
A bit of a.
Jonathan Maroney wants to know, hey guys, I started training over a year ago at 96 kilograms. I'm currently 75 kilograms, 5'7", mother lost 21 kegs, big Neve. I want to do a competition in November, but I'm not sure what division to do. What do you guys recommend from Canada?
Well,
I'm assuming it's going to be the first comp.
Well, you do a novice comp because it's your first comp.
Yeah.
I mean, without seeing your physique, it's very hard to judge whether you'd be men's physique,
yeah.
you'd be fitness, you'd be bodybuilding, you'd
yeah.
be muscle model.
Yeah.
It depends on what your body's shaped to.
Of course.
Obviously, Joe, as with his shape of his physique, he's more streamlined and suited to big, wide shoulders, lats, small waist. He's suited to men's physique, whereas I look like a blocky shit.
Yeah.
So
it depends what your physique looks like, man. But definitely, if it's your first comp, definitely do the novice division.
Definitely speak to somebody, obviously in where you're from, Canada. There's definitely a whole, at your local gym.
Yeah.
I mean, look, obviously if you're in the fitness industry or can find someone associated with the fitness industry in Canada, is find like a prep coach or someone who obviously is knowledgeable in that field, who will be able to actually give you a good rundown of your physique, an honest opinion of your physique.
Yeah.
And tell you, obviously, A, what you need to work on, but B, what division you should be in.
Get someone who knows their shit and can be honest with you, to be honest with you.
I mean, the thing is, I'll put this in there as well as a note on there.
Yeah.
Is, I mean, you step into the gym and I'll speak to my mum, I'll speak to my mates, I'll speak to my grandparents.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, you look, or speak to anyone, you speak to anyone, and they're like, oh, you look terrific.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so muscly.
Yeah.
You're so veiny. Whatever the they say, I don't know what they say. But
they definitely say it in that tone of voice.
Yeah, especially my grandma. That was my grandma's voice. But the thing is, though, is that in no way is like depending on how seriously you want to take your physique or your bodybuilding, but that is in no way helping your physique or you better your physique. You need someone like this who will say, you've got shit calves, you've got small biceps, your stomach's too big.
You need someone like me who will go up to a NABA Pro bodybuilder world champion, someone like Jack Nicolopoulos, and say your hamstrings are shit.
Yeah, because it's the honest truth. And that's what you need to find when you're looking for a prep coach or someone who's going to be telling you what division you should do.
You need honest truth, man.
You need the truth hurts, but I'll tell you what.
Constructive criticism.
Since Joe tells me I've got shit arms and shit calves, I mean, that's the thing I've been hitting most.
Of course. Lewis Hughes wants to know, hey lads, so glad to see a return of Sup Wars. Made my day. When talking about Core Hard Extreme or similar products, can you please explain what the hard or hardening is referring to? Is it as simple as dropping body fat and makes you look harder, or is there a more scientific reasoning for it? Thanks, fellas. That's a good question.
Yeah, well, I
get asked that question on Periscope a lot.
I mean, when you're talking about core hard, I mean, the two benefits of core hard is going to lower estrogen and lower cortisol.
Correct.
Both of which are going to lower and drop body fat levels, obviously, which is going to give you a hardened physique.
Yeah, that's effectively what, whenever you see a supplement referred to as a hardening supplement, Lewis, and there are hardening supplements out there that have got acetyl-L-carnitine in them, and they're called a hardening supplement, which is complete bullshit. But if you're looking at legit hardening supplements, what they're referring to is getting your hormones in a ratio and in an environment where it's going to allow you to build more muscle and lose more body fat. And in particular, something like core hard, because it targets estrogen and cortisol, is going to allow you to get harder, so lose more body fat in those areas where guys and girls typically store more body fat, like lower back, abs, upper legs, those sorts of things.
Hips.
So it's relating to the hormonal aspect of that particular supplement. Brandon J wants to know, I've always trained for hypertrophy purposes and have never really had impressive lifts on the squat, bench, or other heavy movements similar to Joe. Dog.
I don't know if you've seen Joe, but he's nothing to be lifts.
Similar to God damn!
Fuck.
Do I even continue with the question?
Joe's benching 3 plates, squatting 4.5 plates, deadlifting 5 plates. I wouldn't exactly say that he struggles with the compound.
I can't even focus anymore. My eyes are struggling to shit. All right. How should I format my split and workout so I can improve these lifts but still work towards hypertrophy?
Well, I mean, if you've checked out any of our recent in the gym videos or in the gym live, for
I'm gonna have to go and dry my eyes.
Right.
Jeez, man.
But I mean, and if you look at past weekly words, I mean, it's always spoken about is how we base our workouts now. Is we base our workouts around the big 3 compound lifts: squat, bench, and deadlift. In a 5-3-1 style rep range, which is a strength program rep range, followed by an accessory movement, and followed by hypertrophy.
Exactly.
So that's how we're going about our.
And the best example of that, Brandon, is go watch In the Gym with Team MassiveJoes live, the chest workout, because we went through an entire strength / hypertrophy based workout in that workout. So that's what we're doing for chest every week, for back every week, and every second week for legs.
So where we did, I'll just run through this real quick, but where we did chest, we did bench press. Working up to a heavy single, so 5-3-1, working up to a heavy single. Style. The accessory movement was flat dumbbell bench, where we worked up to 4 sets of 6 to 8. Then we went to hypertrophy, where we did more your incline, Team MassiveJoes style, like incline hammer strength, incline barbell, cable flyers, pec deck, that kind of stuff. So back it might be deadlifts followed by bent over rows in your 4x8, 4x6 to 8. Then from then on, we'll go to your lat pull downs and your seated rows and those kind of movements. Legs, similarly, it'd be obviously your squats to begin with, then it could be something like your stiff-legged deads, it could be your leg press, working and still in a heavy movement, your front squats, followed by your accessory movements such as your lunges, leg extensions. You get the point.
Mencel, I'm surprised you gave him that much love after calling me out for being a weak. Mencel,
I'm surprised you've ticked that one.
Wants to know, during In the Gym with Team MassiveJoes live, what we were just talking about, Joe mentioned that cable crossovers are a muscle volumizing exercise, not a muscle building exercise. What's the difference, and how do you tell whether the exercise is for building or volumizing? Thanks, and stay massive.
I mean, everything's going to help build a chest, or going to help build. But the thing with the way that we do in particular, do cable flyers and stuff, is it's a lot higher volume. So 10, 12, 15, 20 reps. It's more focused on getting a squeeze and pushing those nutrients at the end of a workout, pushing those nutrients and pushing that blood to your working muscle. Whereas it's not the same as where we start off with the workout, where it's a heavy balls to the wall bench press or incline bench, where it's 6 to 8 reps, and we're just focusing on strength training. Obviously, it's going to increase your strength, but it's not pushing those nutrients to your muscles.
It's got more. It's probably in the gym live, and this is what I mean when it's live is we don't really get a chance to think about what we're saying.
Yeah.
I probably did slip a little bit there because I shouldn't have said a muscle building exercise because I didn't want people to think that you can't build muscle doing cable crossovers. Of course you can build muscle. It's just the rep range we were doing it in was about muscle volumizing. So a higher rep range, more reps per set, just not lifting as much weight as you would for hypertrophy, but doing more reps.
And that's what we say with your bench or with your dumbbell bench. I mean, your form might slip a little bit.
Yeah.
You're just working on getting that weight up.
Yeah.
Whereas on like a cable flyer, I mean, we keep constant tension on the muscle.
Yeah.
Perfect form throughout. Squeeze at the top of everything. Get a nice stretch at the bottom. It's textbook form. It's all 12-8 textbook form. But it's all about just putting as much blood into that working muscle at the end of a workout as we can.
Ian Rowland wants to know, hey guys, coming to you from Cali. I'm joining the US Air Force. It's going to be a Top Gun.
Oh, there's two things I like about this dude already.
What?
Number one, I wanted to be a fighter pilot.
Yeah. And he lives in Cali.
And Orange County. I want to live in Orange County.
I'm joining the US Air Force and ship out for basic training in May. As everyone knows, there is no gym at basic.
I didn't know that, but thanks.
I didn't know that either, but now we do. I'm scared that I will lose a lot of size/strength I've accumulated over the past couple of years. PT will consist of cardio and basic calisthenic exercises. How hard will it be to regain my strength/size once basic training is over? Thanks and stay massive.
I mean, as long as you keep up some kind of, I mean, there's a lot of things you can still do. I mean, you're still doing a lot of chin-ups. I mean, obviously you have some kind of doorway, you'll have some kind of beam.
It doesn't mention how long this basic training goes for.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a couple months, I mean, or it's 4
muscle memory, man, it'll come straight back. Don't stress about it. You'll be just fine. Jack wants to know, hey guys, following up to last week's hernia question, they seem to be very common in the weightlifting community. Any tips to avoid getting one? Thanks and stay massive. Avoiding hernias.
I've never had one, fingers crossed.
Me neither.
But I mean,
also fingers crossed.
I guess stuff such as, I mean, like a weightlifting belt will help.
Yeah.
Strengthening your core, strengthening your ab wall.
Yeah.
Your form.
Yeah.
All those kind of things. I mean, it's not something I'd go to the gym and have in the back of my mind is I've got to not get a hernia.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's your prehab rather than your rehab that you need to focus on.
Correct. And hernias are one of those things. Don't get it wrong. I'm no hernia expert, but from what I understand, hernias are a combination of usually awkward movements and just being unlucky.
And the only person I know, myself personally, that has had one is Mark Lobliner.
Yeah.
See how he trains.
Yeah.
And you can see why he's got a hernia.
Well, my old man had a hernia, and he did it just lifting something just awkwardly.
My mate had two hernias.
And unfortunately got a hernia.
My mate had 2 hernias and he was a mechanic. And
Shit, I think the scientific cause for hernia is shit happens.
Yeah.
Generally speaking. Josh Gilboy wants to know, hey guys, the pushy cat is starting to work out with me, but is complaining about the beta-alanine tingles. Any suggestions on a high stim pre-workout with no beta-alanine?
Core Fury V2.
Yep. Core Fury Extreme. Or if you wanted higher stimulant, 5% nutrition 5150. Also doesn't have beta-alanine.
Tell her she'll get used to it after a while.
Frankie Gong 13 wants to know, hey fellas, excluding the other quad exercises during a leg workout, have you seen a difference in gains over time if you put leg extensions as the first exercise to get a good pump, as opposed to doing them after, say, squats, leg press, etc., when they're already fatigued?
Not really. I mean, I wouldn't say I notice a huge difference, but I always like to start with leg extensions or laying hamstring curls just to warm up my knees because I have had bad knees.
Yeah.
Also, as we've seen with my lat, tearing my lat, I think it's going to make me think twice as well as what exercise I do first to make sure the muscle groups are warmed up enough before I do start lifting.
Definitely. Last question, Big Neve.
I mean, I wouldn't say that my legs is a be all and end all, but I think that you should do it just to always keep changing up and keep your body guessing.
Yeah. Last question, of course, is coming from...
very formative today, aren't I?
You are. Did you say Utopia before this?
I actually had Outshred.
Really? No Utopia?
No, Outstrip, sorry.
Imagine if you did take Utopia.
But I have had Utopia today, but...
I'm actually learning shit in this weekly word. Damn. Last question coming from our brother Barney on. Barney wants to know, Big Neve, in older in the gym videos as well as older leg workout articles, you guys regularly use a spew bucket and even incorporated them into your leg workout routines as exercise 3, spew break. Reference in Quadzilla workout. However, in your
enjoy when Barney puts in a reference.
Yeah, he's great. He's just taking that Asian stereotype, isn't he? However, in your more recent videos, you guys don't seem to be using a spew bucket that often, if at all. Is this because you have structured your workouts differently, or have you left those bits out? P.S. I do realize I'm asking another vomit-related question again.
So I don't normally throw up too much, Barnard. I mean, I have
on occasion.
On occasion, I have on the higher volume kind of shit. Like,
yeah, high volume legs is always a recipe for knee.
It's when we're doing high volume and supersetting exercises.
Yeah.
Like the other day when we did that, like leg extension into goblet squats and then leg extension into walking barbell lunges, shit like that will.
Supersets on legs always gets a big knee loss.
Supersets and I remember one time I threw up when I was training with Jamie, Skip Dog, and our boy Norm.
Yeah.
We were doing band back squat, supersetted with front squats. I threw up.
Squat city, bitch.
That wasn't fun.
Squat city, bitch.
Both for 10 reps, and yeah, that me.
I think to answer your question, Barney, it's not that we don't throw up during training, it's just that we don't bring buckets with us. We just run off to the bathroom really quick.
Gyms have equipped themselves with bins now.
Yes, so spew buckets are no longer necessary.
Yeah.
Big knee boss. Do you have anything else you'd like to add?
What about, you don't really take your shit bucket anymore, did you? Remember that time you shot in the leg press?
The key term is that one time. And I mentioned, I must point out, after I did shit myself on the leg press, finished the set like a boss.
Joe shot himself mid-workout, mid-set, finished off the last 6 reps, went and cleaned him out of his jaw.
It's true.
And then came back and just kept training, and then we're like, he just shut.
I wasn't going to waste my gains.
But see, the thing with vomiting is you're losing the like nutrients you've been consuming. So
yeah, you don't really want to.
You don't want it. You don't want to throw.
You want to keep that shit. Keep that shit.
At least with you shitting. At least with you shitting yourself, you'd already digested it.
It's just waste. Oh man, I'm just gonna have to tell the viewers to hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, man. Stay up to date with all the latest editions of MassiveJoes Weekly WORD and all the other deliciousness on our YouTube channel, where we're coming to and from Neve.
MassiveJoes.com.